Dr. Melissa Patton, Chief Strategy and Operations Officer, Fractional COO, Startup Founder, and M&A Strategist. Over the past 2 decades, I've been fortunate to have led strategic and operational transformations across education, health, and tech. My work centers on one mission: connecting vision to execution in complex, ever-evolving spaces. And one of those spaces I'm deeply passionate about is EdTech. Today, I want to talk to you about something crucial. Are you ready for this? Lean in a little. How can we bridge the gap between academia and innovation in EdTech? These worlds often speak very different languages, but I think when we align them together, real change happens. So how about we hop right in? I think we know that there's already a cultural divide between academia and innovation, especially within the EdTech world. But let's hypothesize that we're giving ourselves permission to talk about the topic. I think it's important for us to understand that pairing the two is very important. So let's dive right in and let's talk about the fact that there is a cultural divide, and that in order for us to understand this, we have to give ourselves permission to understand the divide. You know, as someone that had the opportunity many years ago to start off as an adjunct professor at an urban community college in Des Moines, Iowa, and work themselves up to a tenured professor at a state college. But then on the other side of it, the administrative side of academia, starting as an admission counselor and academic advisor and moving to a dean, chief academic officer, I realized a couple things. Academics move slower. We measure things differently. We understand and synthesize things differently. We're concerned about student outcomes. But as someone that supports startups, founders, CEOs in a fractional COO firm, I realize that they also have a cultural divide. And that is about pace. It's about disruption. It's about getting things done as quickly as we can, or that big D word, disruption. But I think we can't talk about understanding the cultural divide without really understanding that cross-functional collaboration and bringing both teams together, product developers and academics. I know that sounds crazy. That is how we bridge that divide. I think another thing that we don't talk enough about with this divide is making research actionable, which is my second point. So we know in academia, research is king. We can't live without research, but we often underutilize research when we talk about it from an educational technology component. One of the things that I've been working on with my team is we already know by the year 2030 in the world of space and STEM, we aren't going to have enough people to fill the roles that are out there. That's a huge problem. But instead of saying, how do we fix this problem and go straight to the solution, we have to work the problem. And the way that we're working the problem is by following the data. We're collecting information from other data mines, other institutions, different community stakeholders, and we're able to take that information and data and have informed information. It's brilliant. It's exciting. It's refreshing to know that educators, academics, as well as innovators, startup owners, and founders can do research together. And I think my third point, and this is one of my favorites as a fractional COO, is creating shared metrics for success. And metrics are measured very, very different. In the academic world, we're looking at dissertation opportunities like teaching excellence and outputs from professors, the data that they collect from that. But in our other world, or the innovative world of educational technology, we understand that metrics are measured very, very differently. I want to encourage us to think of it from the perspective, what if we were both looking for the same answers? And what if we use KPIs, key performance indicators, as a roadmap to get us from point A to point Z? Together, then, we will be collecting the same data that we need across the board and being able to use those metrics to inform success. In summary, bringing academia and innovation isn't just possible, it's powerful. When we integrate evidence with agility and rigor with relevance Yes, we unlock EdTech solutions that truly serve learners as educators. Let's stop treating academia and innovation as opposing forces. Instead, let's treat them as partners in progress. Thank you so much, and let's keep building what's next together.